The RTX 3090 Ti is the newest GPU from NVIDIA, and according to the spec sheet, it's also a Halo product that will even outperform the RTX 3090. Yep, you heard that right. Despite the beast of the card that is the 3090, NVIDIA has topped themselves. Which is why today we have pitted the RTX 3090 and RTX 3090 Ti against one another in order to determine if the latest model delivers actual performance gains or is just for show. The RTX 3090 Ti graphics card officially went on sale after weeks of rumors and speculation, but how does it actually compare to the RTX 3090 in terms of performance as well as value? NVIDIA's first revealed the RTX 3090 Ti back in January at CES 2022, and it was touted as the best gaming GPU that the firm has to offer. But when compared to the RTX 3090, is it truly the best? Well, the RTX 3090 on the other hand was released in September 2022 and is still not generally available for purchase due to the many scalpers. Keep in mind though that other graphics cards are also experiencing supply chain issues, which does mean that they're out of stock at basically every outlet thanks to the catastrophic chip shortage. The supply shortage has been going on for a few years now, and the situation has gotten so terrible that even scalpers have had trouble getting GPUs. So with that said, let's begin the comparison. Pricing and availability. The RTX 3090 was released in September 2020 with a listing price of $1,500. However, prices have skyrocketed thanks to the continuous GPU shortage. According to the latest surveys of the GPU market, cards are selling for roughly $2,100 on average, with some going for as much as $3,000. Back on March 29th, NVIDIA released the RTX 3090 Ti, which has a listing price of $2,000. However, a $500 premium for a 2.4 boost in cores really isn't all that ideal. Prices will of course raise over time. The specs. The differences between the RTX 3090 and 3090 Ti respectively may be seen by comparing the specifications. So let's go over them to see if they mean anything in terms of performance as well as what their main differences really are. The base Ampere die is the same in both the 3090 and 3090 Ti. It's a top-of-the-line GA102 GPU die, but there will be significant differences in terms of cores. The 3090 does have a lower core count of 300, while the 3090 Ti has 350. The GA102 is made using Samsung's 8nm technology, which results in a die size of 628 square millimeters. Both of these GPUs do have a total of 28.3 billion transistors, and as a result, the difference is promising and will be determined by the number of cores available to each, as well as the component speeds and clocks. They're both varieties of the GA102 die, despite being created from the same GA102 die. One of the most significant variations is the number of cores and units in each. In terms of shaders, RT cores, and TMUs, the Ti only has about a 2% advantage, so keep that in mind. These are promising units with a specific purpose. They work on shadows and shading, ray tracing, and creating 3D models from bitmaps respectively. With more of them and possibly greater clock speeds, your display's processing along with graphics will work a lot faster. Frame rate buffering and texture map storing are both done in the video memory, and this is specifically true for higher resolutions that do require more pixels in order to be displayed. Although there's no major difference in size or type between the 3090 and 3090 Ti, there is a difference in clock rate. Thanks to the same GDDR6X 368 bus memory, the Ti offers a slightly faster memory clock with 21 gigabits per second compared to only 19.5 gigabits per second. As a result, the memory bandwidth does exceed that 1 terabyte limit. The 3090 Ti does have a minor speed advantage, although it's unlikely to impact performance significantly. NVIDIA has even claimed that both GPUs are 8K ready right out of the box and can easily handle much more loads than its predecessors. But how sure are we that these GPUs are going to be hitting those high-end performance numbers at a consistent frame rate every single time? The graphics card's clock speed, often known as the clock rate, means just how fast that it can process instructions, and the cycle rate of the silicon in the die determines the processing speed. This helps to provide us with the images that we see, and it can also be overclocked to push it even farther. The Ti is the one that comes out of the factory with fastest speeds of the two, with a higher base rate clock of 165 MHz, and with the same boost capacity as before, this indicates that it is likely to outperform the 3090. However, it's unlikely to be based solely on this one standard alone. The graphics card's thermal design power is the maximum amount of energy that it can consume at any given time, and as a result, heat energy is generated, which must be dissipated by the cooling solution. The Ti increases the TDP by a whopping 100 watts, all thanks to the increased cores and clocks. What's more notable though, however, is the new card's increased power requirement. The TDP of the 3090 Ti is 450 watts, which is a full 100 watts greater than the RTX 3090's 350. As a result, the 3090 Ti is a power-hungry beast, and using it for long periods could increase your monthly power cost. However, according to Linus Tech Tips, the 3090 Ti will be faster than the 3090, which claims a 5% boost in performance in many circumstances. While it's not a quantum leap forward, it's still faster, and NVIDIA is charging for a premium on the improved performance. As a result, the 3090 Ti requires significantly more cooling, with 3-slot coolers being found on the majority of the air-cooled versions, with some needing even further cooling by choosing water cooling alternatives. The performance. It's to be expected that the 3090 Ti is faster than the RTX 3090. The $500 question is, though, how fast is it? When gaming at 4K, it's around 10% faster than the RTX 3090. As the GPU becomes restricted by the processor, the disparity reduces less than 5% when you lower the resolution. It is a minor distinction, but still, it's significant. And with the RTX 3090 Ti at 4K, Tech Power-Ups was able to get roughly 15 times more frames in playing Guardians of the Galaxy, breaking the 100 FPS mark. Similarly, Gamers Nexus found that the RTX 3090 Ti ended up outperforming the 3090 in Shadow of the Tomb Raider by 20 frames per second. Despite outperforming the RTX 3090, the 3090 Ti has reached the point of diminishing returns. It's a better performer when it comes to gaming, but depending on how much money you have, the points may be moot. After all, in a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, the difference between 67 and 72 frames per second really won't make that much of a difference. If productivity apps are more up your alley, the RTX 3090 Ti will possibly let you down, as Linus Tech Tips discovered that the card is only approximately 5% faster in much of the most extreme cases, with some benchmarks showing no difference at all. The 3090 Ti, on the other hand, is a superior card if you don't really care that much about gaming. Although the extra $500 isn't worth it for a marginal 10%, it's the same difference between the RTX 3080 and 3080 Ti, and similar performance scaling with the highest end devicing is rare. Plus, it's the fact that the 3090 Ti and 3090 are now selling for very similar pricing, and the Ti model doesn't really seem that horrible. The RTX 3090, on the other hand, is still a strong GPU, and, assuming it's dropping its list price in a couple of months, it's the superior choice for gamers and content creators alike. The RTX 3090 Ti is a niche product with a $2,000 asking price, making it a product for serious gamers and many hardcore aficionados with deep pockets. The basic RTX 3090, on the other hand, which costs about $1,500, is still well beyond more than what any sort of DIY enthusiast and gamer would ever need. The $500 price point difference is tough to ignore, especially when the minor boost in gaming performance is a factor. As a result, the RTX 3090 is a super niche card in an already specialized edition for the gaming GPU market, while the normal NVIDIA RTX 3090 is a much better value and practical pick for most folks. Now over to you. Which one of them do you want to go for? Is the RTX 3090 Ti up your alley, or maybe the RTX 3090 normal one going to be more in your price range? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, we encourage you to give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and don't forget to ding the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more content updates from us. Until next time, folks, stay safe and stay informed.